Hello and good evening. I want to share a very powerful and potent information with my intelligent and loyal subscribers. For all my intelligent and loyal subscribers who have been following me since day one, you know that I am unbiased and I speak the truth. And I have no axe to grind. I just speak the truth, whether it's exposing black people, white people, LGBT or Muslims. I just speak the truth because I want humanity to love each other without discrimination. But unfortunately, we do not. However, one thing I have noticed, and that is, why do white Republicans, or equivalent in Britain, conservatives, always love black men who have family values, morals, and yet the liberals seem to hate black men who have morals? During my life, I couldn't put my finger on it, but I noticed that every white liberal that I met always hated me, despised me for not acting black, being black, having 10 kids from different women, scrounging and living on welfare, living in a ghetto, killing blacks. A lot of liberals would hate me and if you like, called me an Uncle Tom and a coon for not killing black people, for not being poor, for being well spoken. And it took me a very long time before I could even comprehend and fathom the political complexity of the situation. And then suddenly it dawned on me. Suddenly the light appeared from the political clouds. And I began to realize that these white liberals were using the black civil rights in order to promote sexual immorality and filth, breaking down the family. And that is the reason why black people are immoral and dirty today, because of white liberals. The white liberals have destroyed the black identity of self. Black people used to be moral. Black people used to have strong family values until we started to jump on the bandwagon of the liberal agenda. Did you know that Malcolm X was a Republican and Martin Luther King? That might shock you. Malcolm X believed in family values. Malcolm X believed in economy. Malcolm X believed in being independent. Malcolm X was not into sexual promiscuity. Malcolm X was not into breaking up the family. He was into business and being thrift and being responsible. And so was Martin Luther King. We all have our false sort. Nobody is perfect, but still they had Republican values. And then suddenly the liberals, what they did, they promoted immorality in the black community in order to promote incest, homosexuality, pedophilia, gender dysphoria. They knew where they were going with this narrative, and what better way than using the black civil right as a means in which to forward this narrative. But during my experience, I remembered once at the Wolverhampton University, where I was exposing black culture to these white liberal. I never knew, at the time, I wasn't sort of really into the liberal consciousness and Republican and the chalk and cheese dynamics between them. And I was sort of complaining about how black people were, and how it was affecting, professional, honest black people. To which these liberals, white liberals, replied, and it's the same language a lot of black thugs use. Oh, what did they say again? They said, oh, yes, they said, oh, you're betraying your roots. I was attacking rape. I was attacking poverty. I was attacking the negative black stereotype. Oh, you're betraying your roots. This is what white liberals told me. And what's interesting, the same white liberals have left black people in the ghetto killing each other. But black people are too dumb and too stupid to realize that Donald Trump, who had his pictures taken with loads of black people, loads, Mike Tyson loves him, Snoopy Dogg, don't let Snoopy Dogg fool you, Snoopy Dogg loves Donald Trump, which I showed in my previous video yesterday. What's his name? Another rapper. They love Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not a racist. Just because a man is patriotic and love his country. What's wrong with loving your country? Just because black people hate black people and white people believe in family values and patriotic values. You see, white liberals have screwed up black nationality and identity of self by promoting dysfunctional family and immorality, and now liberals have promoted homosexuality into the black community, and most black men are homosexuals and gays as a result of the liberal agenda. But in my experience, I remembered when I started teaching, and all I lived in at the time was a small room with my keyboard, nothing else, and a separate kitchen. That's all I had. Humble beginnings. And this conservative, what you'd call Republican, he came to my humble, flat, my humble one room, sort of bedsit, and he came to look at my keyboard because I think I needed an octave. One of the notes, the key was out, and the note was out, and he said to me, "Oh, you vote conservative." Now I was living in a cheap one room. To which I said, "How do you know? How do you know?" This white man knew I voted conservatives. Even though at the time I was very poor, one room, but he knew why. I was independent, starting out in life, confident, starting a business. And that's what conservative and Republican is about. Being confident, self-reliance. And I've never had a problem with conservatives or Republicans, never. The most racism I've experienced are always from white liberals. Why? Because white liberals are using black immorality and the dysfunctionalism of black culture in which to promote a sexual and deviant revolution. The liberal agenda is to destroy the black family, destroy black nationalism, so that they can promote LGBT. Hence why not one Democrat. Oh, God is loving me today. Whoa, look at the sun shining out. Whoa, God is loving me with this subject. God is a Republican. Did you know that? If God stands for family values and God stands for order and design and not filth, then God must be a Republican. There's order in his creation and the order in his family. And as I bathe in the light, I'm going to end positively. The future for the black race is to vote Republican. Liberals don't love you. You don't need to see my face to hear the positive message. You don't need to see my face. My voice and my words are more important. The future for black people is to stop voting liberal Democrats who were the founders of the KKK. It was Margaret Adler, a Democrat, who celebrated black genocide. Look it up if you don't believe me. And Hillary Clinton says she loves and admires Margaret Adler, who said she adored or if you like, she implemented the genocide of black people. Margaret Adler. And Hillary Clinton, she admires her. The future for the black family is Republican, conservative, white liberals, LGBT, homosexuals. They are racist. Now I'm gonna enjoy the sun. I'm gonna bathe in God's peace, love and holiness. As I said, with one word, God must be a Republican, because he believes in family values and he believes in order. And God created us into different nations and tribes that we can be proud of ourselves. God made us different so we can be proud of ourselves. But liberal tells us, no, be ashamed to be white, be ashamed to be black, be ashamed to be male, be ashamed to be female. Think about that for a moment as I bathe in the love of light.